Suspects now get quasi-legal help during questioning in Japan. Nagoya. If you're arrested in Japan, don't expect help from a lawyer during police questioning. Unlike in many developed countries, police in Japan can nearly always grill suspects without their lawyer present. It's one part of Japan's widely criticized hostage justice system. But an initiative is underway to allow a limited form of legal help and prevent improper closed-door investigations. Under the so-called quasi-attendance initiative, lawyers can be in the same building, but not in the same room, as police interrogations, and suspects can leave the interrogation room every 15 to 30 minutes or so for consultations. However, the cases primarily apply to situations where subjects are voluntarily being questioned and are free to leave. In almost all cases, suspects who are in detention cannot avail themselves of legal help. The quasi-attendance initiative was devised by bar associations nationwide, which by June this year had established a cost subsidy system. The Japan Federation of Bar Associations has called for suspects to have access to lawyers during interrogations. It also urges the use of quasi-attendance as a second-best solution under current law. While a very small number of dedicated lawyers have been practicing quasi-attendance for some time, the number of cases began to increase around 2018, according to Takuya Kawasaki, 44, Secretary General of a JFBA committee for realizing in-person attendance of counsel during interrogations. This decision was to come to terms with the reality, said Kawasaki in explaining why he and other lawyers in the Kansai region took the lead in initiating quasi-attendance at interrogations. The practice has been spreading nationwide. By 2024, the JFBA had collected and analyzed some 80 quasi-attendance cases. A man in his 40s from Aichi Prefecture, Central Japan, was arrested in 2023 on suspicion of voyeuristic photography on a train and later released. He was questioned 4 times for a total of 15 hours under quasi-attendance. He consulted lawyer Kohei Ishikawa, 32, and was advised to admit to most of the charges while explaining his actions. While investigators insisted on the position that it was an outlet for his sexual desire, the man asserted that job-related stress was the trigger and offered a doctor's diagnosis to back up his claim. After consulting with Ishikawa numerous times, the man was able to have some parts of his statement removed and have his own claims reflected. Charges were dropped several months after his arrest. "I would be extremely anxious to undergo questioning alone," said the man, adding he felt reassured to have a lawyer at hand during the interrogations. Japan has long been criticized as a breeding ground for wrongful convictions due to the extraction of confessions through high-pressure interrogations held behind closed doors. With a conviction rate of over 99%, the system is often referred to as hostage justice, due to the role of prolonged detentions and forced confessions. Proponents of the system, however,